Hello, I'm David Neese, Vice President of Engineering at Grady-White Boats, and today I get to talk to you about the Freedom 307. We're talking about a 30-foot boat here with a 10'7" beam that gives you plenty of room to do anything you want to do. And I'll talk about the great features in this boat as we go along, but I want you to understand as you look at this boat just how spacious it is, how roomy it is, the fact that it has all the Grady-White safety features, and safety is so important to us. This is a 30-foot boat that will not sink. It has basic flotation, handrails throughout, tow rails in the cockpit. It is self-bailing, so all the Grady safety features are here. And you'll hear me talk about the versatility of the Freedom Series boats. That includes fishing, that includes swimming, tubing, skiing, whatever you want to do. Just flat out looking good hanging out at the dock, you can do that as well. So when I talk about this boat, you can imagine all the various things you could do in your life with a Freedom Series boat. We've talked about the versatility and the safety of the Freedom 307. I want to go through some of the features in the boat now. We can start with the cockpit. In the back, we've got a large fish box built in, a live well built in as well. These two features can work just great as fishing features, but they can also work fantastic as cruising features. Know that a fish box and our live wells are dry because they're gasketed. They're overboard draining. So if you're using those for fishing, obviously it's a great fishing boat. I've heard stories of a doubleheader blue marlin day on this boat. People on a Freedom Series boat like this catching blue marlin. Go imagine that. And if you're out cruising, this becomes fantastic dry storage or ice down storage for drinks and beverages or lunch meats and that kind of thing. Notice they're built-in cleats, and these happen to be flush mount, which enhance the look of the boat and also enhance the fishability of the boat. Transom door opens easily outward. 4-step ladder for easy access and entrance back into the boat. Seating throughout. Notice our aft transom seat that comes out just as easy as that. You're ready for a nice day cruising or the ride back from a long ways offshore. We also have our extendable lounge seat that works with our aft seat, allowing a great social situation and comfort in many, many ways. I mentioned tow rails before. From a safety standpoint, rod holders built in. Just plenty to work with on whatever kind of day you're going to have offshore or inshore, on the water or in the water in the Freedom 307. Okay, let's pretend it was you that caught that tuna that day. So you're ready, you're hungry, you're ready to eat, and if you like your tuna cooked, a unique feature on this boat is a built-in grill. It's electric, easy to use, runs off of an inverter so there's not a lot of noise or any noise in the boat, and enhances your day by being able to serve good food. If you didn't catch the tuna, bring it on with you, or bring some cheeseburgers or some chicken, but you can have a good day cooking for all your friends on the boat. There's a built-in refrigerator just below, trash can, plenty of space to work, sink to clean up. So this takes this whole cockpit experiences and turns it into a fishing day where you get to kind of enjoy your catch, or a cruising day where everyone can enjoy a great day on the water, having sort of a deli cruise or whatever you want to do in that way, or just having a great meal while the kids are playing in the water. I talked about spaciousness and versatility and safety on the Freedom 307, and that's certainly true sitting here at the helm. If you notice, I'm sitting over here at the driving station at the helm. I have room for a passenger beside me. There's room in the seat beside us for 2 more. So you can sit 4 people across at this helm looking forward, all with great visibility. Visibility is so important when you're out for a day on the water. Notice lined up in front of me is the driver. I've got the compass and the Yamaha multifunction gauge right in my line of sight where I need to be, so I can watch where I'm going and check my direction and check the status of my engines and speed, all with one glance. Just below that, switches up top, very easily to get to. I like to point out that our horn buttons are always red and the wiper's always right beside the horn button. So we've already figured that out for you. You don't have to hunt and look. There's storage for plenty of electronics, plenty of room for 2 12-inch screens here. Notice we talked about handrails and safety right here at the dash. There's more handrails on that side of the boat. Cup holders throughout. You see 2 here. I've got 2 on the other side by me. They're distributed all over on the passenger side as well. So everybody has a place to put things down when they bring that kind of thing on the boat. You know, back to the issue of spaciousness and the ease of driving and sight lines. You know, I've been sitting, but if I stand and I raise the bolster seat, standing and driving is just as comfortable as it can be, and the movement around the helm is just as simple as that. There's plenty of room. I'm a large guy. There's plenty of room here to get in and out and do the things you need to do as you're driving the boat. There is so much to talk about just right here at the helm of the Freedom 307. I could go on and on. There's a bow thruster control for the optional bow thruster right here at your fingertips. There's a stereo remote right here for the driver, which is important to have close by to the captain of the boat because he may need to hit mute or may want to change the music himself. The stereo is on the port side. Notice in the hardtop there's a lot of features. We have 2 of the 6 stereo speakers that are on the boat mounted in the hardtop so you can hear under here. There's 2 in the cockpit. There's 2 up in the bow as well. Notice that the head door is closed and accessible, easy to open. And down below, the head is large. There's a vacuum flush head inside. You can convert it to a berth. There's a sink down below. It's just a very comfortable place to be. Go in. I've even changed clothes down there. It's big enough. So it's a wonderful thing to have on board. Extends your day on those days where maybe it's hot outside and you want to have a change of clothes before you stop back by the restaurant on the way in. Before I leave this area at the helm, I want to point out the shade that's under the massive hardtop. Plenty of beam, plenty of length under here so you're out of the sun if that's important to you. Obviously, too, this whole area can be enclosed with canvas so that on that rough, nasty day or the day when the wind's blowing, you're completely out of the weather and you have that weather off of you. Especially if you come forward and close the door that separates the bow from the helm and then close the windshield. With the canvas enclosure there, you can bring your whole family back behind the windshield. The enclosure's up, and even a rough day, nasty day on the water with a CV2 hull underneath you can be a wonderful, comfortable day at the helm behind all the protection. Notice as I've gone through all the sections of the Freedom 307, I've talked about just so many features, and I can't cover them all, but the boat is feature rich. The bow is no different. Notice I can walk all the way forward from the stern up to the anchor locker. Opening the anchor locker down below, the windlass is there. Up here on the top of the deck, you have windlass controls right here at your fingertips. There are also windlass controls back at the dash, so the captain can operate the windlass as well. Access to the anchor line is just below the anchor locker. Cup holders built in throughout. Handrails built in throughout. And then I haven't mentioned yet the comfort of the seating. What a wonderful place to ride with nothing in front of you but sky and air. You would just not believe the comfort of these seats as you're riding along. And then below them, you continue to go on with the features of this boat. There's storage down below. That's insulated storage there that's overboard draining. There's storage below this seat that actually communicates with the head compartment. So you can store fishing rods, water skis, whatever your sport of interest is for the day. Leave the stuff on the boat and lock it up. And it makes boating and spending whatever time on the water, whatever you want to do, very, very easy. There's also a table that you can put in so you can have a nice social setting up here for eating and entertaining and serving hors d'oeuvres and that kind of thing if you're hanging out at the dock just looking good and having fun. Well, I hope I've been of some assistance today helping you understand some of the many features in the Freedom 307. And I have to say again, just for emphasis, it's on a CV2 hull, which is a wonderful riding hull. You'll not find a better ride on any hull in the industry. Paired with Yamaha power, it's a great package. If you want to know more, come to our website at Grady-White.com, go to your dealer, pick up a brochure, whatever your mode of research and study is on a boat, study up on this thing, get a test ride. You'll see just how much fun you can have on the water, whatever it is that you do.